Hi everybody, it's Stace here from Stace Stitches with a very delayed video. Life's been lifing. So I thought I'd come with kind of a WIP parade. I can't really update you on the numbers I had before because I lost my notebook. So I'm just gonna do a little WIP parade and start with a finish. Now I was hoping to have this finished last year in 2024. And I missed my own deadline by 35 minutes. 35 minutes past midnight, I finished. So I hope the lighting's going to be okay because it gets dark here at like 4. British summertime, British winter. So here, finished. That's better. Diagon Alley from Country Magic Stitch. Now, we don't look too closely to the back. This has a lot of backstitch. I don't like backstitch. So it's not exactly the same as was charted, but it's pretty good. Now this had a total of 22,528 stitches, and I managed to finish it just after midnight. Not bad, seeing as I started it on the 3rd of August. I do have all the other 3 charts for the Country Magic Stitch Harry Potter collection, which I do plan on doing. I've got one kitted. It's not started yet. So there we go. That is my finish. Start my little mini WIP parade off with a finish. There we go. Right, so moving on. I've got my iPad here. I can give you the total stitches I've done. I'm just gonna grab. Right. This is currently my oldest WIP I worked out, which I have just celebrated my year of full coverage stitching anniversary. So to have, well, I finished my Mini Ryan Nebula, which is on my first video, and to finish that one before I'd got to the point of having been stitching full coverage for a year, quite proud of. So, Mini Autumn, Heaven and Earth Designs, artwork by Alexandra via Bach. That is what it will look like when it's finished. Now, I had debated cropping, but I've just decided I'm just going to stitch the whole thing. So this one I started on the 5th of June. So this would be a good like start of year WIP parade so that next year I can see how far I've actually come in a year. So this one has now had 15,428 stitches, which takes it to 20.53%. And it's looking beautiful. All that detail for a mini. I am very, very impressed with this one. I'm trying to wrangle the fabric here and not doing a very good job. So there we are. And that is 20.53%, and she is looking so good. I'm so glad I've got out this ecru now. And there's in this next page over here, it's all black. So it's looking so pretty. So pretty. So happy with that one. So that is my oldest WIP. It's not that old, but it's my oldest. Just grabbing them from my pile. I've got a little stack of project bags, which I probably should have opened before I started. And next up, we have Deathly Hallows from Thread Geeks, and the artwork is by DjVigo. And it has been retired now. Oh, I don't know, I flipped it. So that is what it looked like when it's finished. I am stitching all the black first, just because there's another Flosstuber who's stitching it, and she's left the black to last. And I was like, I don't want to do that. I don't know if this has had any progress since the last time. I don't know. I've now done a total of 16,220 stitches of all 310, which takes me to 27.81%. And death has arrived. It's the only time you can actually say that and not be scared. Death has arrived. Now I've only got one more page. No, I think, yeah, one more. Maybe that's the top of death. I don't know. From these bits, I've only got one more page up. So that is how far I've got on that one. Now, the reason I say I don't know if it's been called yet is because I've started something new. I stitch one project, which the wheel picks, from Monday to Friday. And then every weekend, without fail, I am working on my Stitches So Beautiful piece. And definitely Hollows was started on the 9th of August. So I had a little bit of starties in August. So every Saturday and Sunday, I just work on this one. It's my weekend piece. I love it. I want to finish it and have it on my wall. So that's why every weekend is dedicated to this one. So this is a beautiful place. That is an awful picture, but we're just going to go with it. Artwork by Eder, Rosa, and charted by Stitches So Beautiful. This one I started on the 2nd of July. No. Every time. Started on the 2nd of July. I've done 25,558 stitches, bringing me to 39.89%. And for the last 2 weeks, I have averaged a page a weekend. Don't know how long I'll be able to keep that up for, but this is how far we have gotten. It's looking, the trees, it's just beautiful. It's a beautiful place. My lighting really is not fantastic in this weather, but I'm at work during the day. So that is how far we have got on that one. That one back in its bag. This lives in a bag I made. I got a sewing machine for Christmas. And I've been trying to make bags. I don't know how people make such posh ones. I'm not that skilled. Little bag made by me. Very big because it's got a lot of floss in it. Next, we have I've lost it on markup. Nope. I had lost it. I found it. Sunset at Hogsmeade, which is by Kreszenz Kreativ. And I think I've said that correctly. Buddy cat, I'll give you attention after. I've just gone for the smallest size. This was started on the 10th of October, and I know I've not. Maybe I have worked on it. I'm not very good at getting my projects in the right place. Like when I put them in the hoop, I didn't realise this was so low to the bottom. I've got enough room to frame it, hopefully. And I started this on the 10th of October. I've done 6,714 stitches, which is 3.65%. And that's what I've got. I've just got the flowers. Is that new? Did I do that recently? I might have done that recently. I don't know. I can't remember. Life's been lifing. So that is how far I've gotten on that one. The colours are beautiful. I folded that weird. It's a beautiful piece. It is. And then I finally started my biggest ever full coverage piece. My biggest ever full coverage piece that I've started so far. I was intimidated to start it because of the size, but now I've started it. I'm like, it's just stitching. So this is Colouring Book Afternoon by Aimee Stewart. Charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. The regular size. The regular size. I started this on the 1st of January. New year, new start. I have got a bit of a case of starties again at the moment, but I've made a deal with myself. I will start any patterns I get for free from challenges, or if anyone has any free ones up, I will start them. But I will not buy patterns, and I will start anything I own. So I have done 1,837 stitches, taking it to 0.52%. And I finished a partial page. Just that tiny bit. But I was not leaving any ninja stitches. I stitched every part. And it is a very big... I really need to... I've got a sewing machine now. I need to serge my edges. It's a very big piece of fabric. And that makes that tiny little bit I've done seem very, very small. Very, very small. So that was my New Year, New Start. Yep, fit that back in the bag somehow. With all the floss. Like, there's a lot of floss in this bag. And then I started another one. Now, this is going to be a gift for my sister, maybe for Christmas this year, if not her birthday next year. So if you're my sister, go away, you're not allowed to say. This is Australian Landscape at Sunset. It is an Artecy pattern. An Artecy on their Facebook group have free patterns, and this was one of those. Now, she's recently been to Australia. Her and her partner are thinking about emigrating in a few years. So I thought, well, she can't get to Australia and they're saving. Why not give her a bit of Australia in her living room? This was started on the 11th of January. It is now the 13th, so it's been 2 days, but this is my week-long stitch. I'll stitch it until Friday, and then Stitch Is So Beautiful comes out, and then I'll spin the wheel and see what I'm stitching. I do have another new start on there. I said no more new start. Yeah. So far I have done, now this is a small chart. This is only 50,400, which to a non-full coverage stitcher would sound like a lot. But to a full coverage stitcher, that's just a nice afternoon out. So I have done, and you're going to have to ignore my needle that's on there at the moment, I've done 2,025 stitches, which brings me to 4.02%. And I am in the bottom. That is 2 partial pages complete, because I managed to get the large symbol chart. Each page finish is like a little win. So yes, that is how far I have got on that one. And that is what I will resume stitching in a moment. And the flosses seem ridiculous for this one. You guys will understand. You fit up an Aimee Stewart, and your floss cards look like this. There's a lot of floss on there. And that's not including all the spare skeins in the bag too. Whereas you kit up a 50,000 stitch one, and that is the floss for the entire project. I mean, I like it. It's weird. Made another little bag where I'm trying to get used to my sewing machine. And there we go. That is my long-awaited update. I have done some stitching, not as much as I'd like, because life has been lifing. And yeah, thank you all for joining me for a few minutes of your day. I'm going to get a lot of stitching now because life has calmed down. And I hope you enjoyed my update. And thank you everybody who's liked, subscribed, commented, and I'll see you all soon. Bye!